All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here talking about real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. All right, so Journey and Toto now are about to embark on the Freedom Tour. And the reason I'm using air quotes is because it's actually not all about freedom, but I don't know if it's the band's fault. So I want to just say, maybe they thought by 2022 things were going to get very normal. First of all, we hope that Billy Idol has a successful surgery. He's got a real severe sinus condition, and that is why he is no longer part of this. It was supposed to be Billy Idol, I believe, on the first leg, and then Toto on the next leg, and now Toto is basically on both legs doing the entire tour with Journey. Journey fans will be treated to not only Journey, but Toto. And Toto has Joseph Williams and Steve Lukather. And Joe Williams, an amazing singer. A lot of Journey fans might not be too familiar with Joe Williams, but he's been with the band for decades now. And he can still sing all those high notes. And anyway, I think that will be a really great tour. I know one of the patrons on this channel by the name of Richard, who's been following me since my days on Twitter, is really excited about this because those are his two favorite bands, and it's a great combination. But I've got to say this, and not just to throw cold water on the idea of freedom. The first date that I looked up is on February 22nd. It's at an arena called the PPG Paints Arena. Doesn't that just roll right off your tongue? That's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I was looking at tickets. 2 tickets are $70 each. I've seen worse, okay? But, I've seen a little better. I mean, these are 2 really high quality bands. It's level 217, which is kind of nosebleed, but it is in row B. So I think I'm in the second row in the nosebleed section. 2 tickets will run me $140, not including fees, parking, and all the other expenses that you will encounter. Of course, the $14 beer, one of my favorite things. Someone told me it went up to $15. So it might be $15 beer. I'll have to get verification of that. And by the way, these are either draft beers or maybe one single bottle. If it's a bottle, it might actually be more. I don't know. Some people tell me, hey, it was only $11 for draft beer. And I'm like, whoa, so you got the big discount. I don't know. So the thing that kind of irritates me here is there's a little note that you have to click on. It's important information. It says, and this is why I'm not sure that this is going to be the Freedom Tour. To assure fans' safety, I didn't know there was a safety threat at the concert, but it's not terrorism. It's not anything really bad here, but they're apparently concerned about the safety of fans during these uncertain times. I think the times we're living in are uncertain, but they're certainly not uncertain for the reasons that these people are worried about. Anyway, all tickets are subject to restrictions and requirements put in place by venues, teams. That is, if you're going to see, the Pittsburgh Penguins against the Boston Bruins, maybe the Bruins have, I don't know how that works. What is it? The home team has requirements, but yet maybe an away team has different requirements. Like they won't go to the stadium unless, everything is locked down. But they continue here, so you get the full picture. So these requirements are put in place by venues, teams, or government authorities. I just love to hear that word, authorities. And then you combine it with government, and now you know why the Canadian truckers are doing what they're doing. And this is as it pertains to the proof, meaning the QR code or the passport. Or you could do the test. You would go and do a test, and you would get your results back and go, oh, look, I think I can go. And then you would do that test an hour later, and it would say, oh, look, for some reason it says I can't go. And they're still talking about social distancing, wearing personal protective equipment. In other words, an oxygen inhibitor, or one of my other new names is the chin strap. There are age restrictions possible, or other measures. I love the word measures. That is, if the event is held without fans, which would mean maybe it was a sporting event, and for the TV audience, it's always fun to see an empty arena, like the hockey games going on, and you look around in the stands and there are no people. I don't think Neil Sean and Steve Lukather are going to play to an empty arena, but this would apply more for if it were a sporting event. So if that occurs, you will receive a refund as if the event were canceled. Okay, but the event wasn't canceled. You were canceled, but the event wasn't canceled. So that whole spiel there does not sound like freedom to me. I'm just saying, we've been doing this for 2 years, and the band probably thinking ahead, saying by next year, we should have full freedom and we should be able to do this and even call it the Freedom Tour. I would suggest that maybe Journey just add one word to the promotions for this tour. Call it the Conditional Freedom Tour. And then you've got all your bases covered. Nobody gets too optimistic about what they might or might not need to do at the show. And you're basically being more truthful to your ticket buyers. $70 each. If I wanted to buy tickets here, I'd be in row B, level 217, which means all the good seats are probably already taken. And I'm sure those were a lot more expensive than the ones that are available here. For mobile entry, you can scan your tickets using your mobile phone for this event. Do not print these tickets. So you notice how everything is going over to your phone being the key to everything. What if you, God forbid, now everybody has a phone, right? This was the greatest racket, no more landlines, just cell phones. And the cell phone is going to contain all of your personal information, all of your medical information, and tickets to see Journey and Toto. I mean, some people are thinking to themselves, Dave, this is so convenient. What's your problem with it all? My problem with it all is that this is where we're headed to be able to function in society. I don't mind using my phone to make phone calls, to send text messages, to get the email, to go on Telegram or some other cool platform, which does truly have freedom, right? But this notion that I need my phone to get into a concert, I miss the days of ticket stubs. Mail me some tickets, please. That's the way I would want it. They're probably going to outlaw printers at some point because everything is just going to be on a screen and you can just look at it. So much more convenient, Dave. They can scan your phone. Yeah. And what information are they getting off my phone when they scan it? It's just the tickets, Dave. What's your big problem with that? I don't know, folks. If you don't see where this is all headed, then, I don't know if I can help you figure that out, but it's creepy. How's that? It's just creepy. I don't want them to do that. I don't want them to know everything about me. Well, they already do. You already sacrificed all your privacy. Remember the Patriot Act? Yeah, I do. It was stupid then, and it's still stupid now. So in any event, all that to say, if you're going to go see Journey and Toto, right, which should be a really good show, that is if you can go and they don't cancel it because a roadie comes down with something, and then a couple other people and they need to be quarantined and all that stuff. If you actually go to the show and they have the show, you'll have a great time. Maybe. We just don't know. Again, the Conditional Freedom Tour featuring Journey and Toto. I hope someday we can just get back to the days where we just go to shows. We don't have to show any proof of anything other than maybe an ID if you're going to go buy some alcohol, right? We'll see. That's not conditional. Yeah, there are laws put in place, right? And people agreed with those laws. This other stuff, there are no laws in place. These are all edicts and declarations, and health authorities say, but these aren't laws, people. Anyway, that's my video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. On the banner of this page, there are a couple of links. One of them is to another channel I do, and there are a couple of other links that you can scroll through and check out that information and see if that's interesting to you. Social media and different things that I've decided to start to do a little bit again. But as always, I could use your help on Patreon. This is kind of the slow time of year for most YouTubers because, you know, it's not Christmas, although we do have Valentine's Day coming up. But, you know, you need one of those holidays where everybody is out buying stuff. And I don't know where Valentine's finishes on that list, but it's not super high up there. Anyway, yeah, Patreon for $1 a month. Be really appreciative of that. All right, I'm done. See you soon.